I overall really ignore and don't like those percentage rules. Why this video? The answer is actually super simple. I was very recently on the top economics news outlet of our country, Czech. I got a lot of email requests, stories, questions for me. And since lots of those emails overlap within the questions, I decided to, well, let's put it into video. I personally optimize for a life that I don't want to escape from. However, I try to keep it balanced and aligned with my long-term goals. And the reason I really enjoy Coastfire, and it's sort of the next step after my current period of heavy investing. Everyone likes the sentence, make your money work for you. Coastfire is literally that, where you just invest heavily at the start and then you coast with the money you have already for 7, 14, whatever it may be years. There's a rough guideline that every 7-ish years, doubles in the stock market overall. The simple answer is yes. However, is it for everyone? No, not at all. It's really for someone who knows what they want to, who knows where they're going, who also wants to take care of their physical and mental health during the long period of life. Does cheap really mean bad life overall? I don't think so. I have had a lot of vacations and trips in my life. The ones that I really go back to and cherish the most are actually those car camping trips I had for 2-3 weeks at a time, where I had a lot of time but no real money. We just traveled around, stopped where we wanted, and did whatever we wanted with my friends. With most side hustles, you unfortunately really just trade your time for money. If I imagine, for example, a pizza delivery guy. If you don't learn any new skills in your 20s, you're gonna have a rough time in your 30s and 40s at your career peaks. So that's why I do believe that most side hustles are a waste of time, and it's a lot better to actually spend the time of learning a new skill, reading an interesting book, developing yourself, your soft skills, interactions, and really focusing on overall development. I personally still spend my 20s on actually learning and focusing on having good mentors, good leaders in my life that I can learn from, and just becoming a better, more valuable person on the overall job market. I overall really ignore and don't like those percentage rules that should fit you. The 5.72% guideline if you buy a house or mortgage. It's great general advice to think about, sort of put some decisions into perspective. However, everyone's different. Everyone has a different goal. And of course, if you're the person who wants to retire at 60, go for it. If you're on a FIRE journey or similar kind of financial independence early journey, you probably need to set up a goal where you want to be and then backtrack from it every single decision to those simple daily decisions that you do every day. And then sort of lay out the plan and follow it. Not just follow some rule because someone mathematically proved it's gonna work. Yes, renting is throwing away money. However, on the other side, when renting is really useful is to give you the flexibility to move to a different career opportunity. First case when I would again get a mortgage every single day of the year is when I'm settled down, I pick the place I like, there's a good job market around. Is if you buy a house, really plan also to expect you to want to improve it. Those kitchen remodels, those bathroom upgrades, whatever it may be for you, it's always gonna creep up. It did with me, and we have a dedicated house improvement, a budget for it every month, where we just improve a little small thing here and there to try to keep us motivated. The generic answer is just lifestyle creep. However, what I see is usually ego and sort of the law of diminishing returns, where if you've ever been on Instagram or anywhere, people love posting how great their life is. It's really hard to lose track and then just fall in a pit where you repeat. You have so much debt on cars and credit cards where you just wanted to satisfy your own ego. So it's really great to step back, figure out where you want to be, and adjust your life for the long-term gain and delay the gratification as much as possible. With higher returns is usually higher risk, and I really don't like risk personally. I got burnt with investing, especially in the crypto space, because with risk for me, it increases anxiety and not really enjoyment, which I'm super grateful about. It's a great kind of skill for me. And the second thing is I have time on my side. I'm still in my 20s. I'm heavily invested in the market already. And I just, at the end of the day, need to wait a bit. I try to gradually increase my lifestyle, and basically as I make more or invest more, I also try to spend more. And honestly, it feels a lot more satisfying if you save up for something and sort of know the sacrifice you made behind acquiring a new car. It's a lot more satisfying and you're a lot more grateful towards the new car or anything you saved up to than if you just get it on a credit card, grab it, swipe it, forget it. ETFs, I do believe, are passive income. You don't really need to rebalance your portfolio. It does it automatically. If you go into real estate or stock picking or day trading, I do believe it's a full-time job, not a side hustle. Is this actually an issue? I know that there's stories of golden handcuffs and people are like, oh, it's so tough. But you have disposable income, you have your 5 to 9 after your 9 to 5, and you have weekends. And it's a lot easier building a side business of your dreams if you have disposable income than doing it without it. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. And of course, try out my financial freedom tracker that I'm personally building for just people like us that really want to take charge of their personal finances. And I'm out.